This is Washington, D.C. Home to 4.2 million people, this U.S. city is connected by a network of metro lines, which service 91 stations across 4 counties in 2 independent cities. Consisting of 6 lines and 117 miles of track, the system connects various suburbs around Washington, with trains running from D.C. into 2 adjacent states. But how did the system grow from its original stations to the network it is today? My name's Zach, and this is the evolution of the network. The first section of the Washington Metro opened in March 1976, servicing 5 initial stations on the Red Line. Starting from Farragut North Station in downtown, the line traveled east, ending at Rhode Island Avenue. In December of that year, an additional station was opened on the stretch at Gallery Place. While this station was originally supposed to open with the rest of the Red Line, delays on elevator construction saw the opening date pushed back. In January 1977, the Red Line was extended one stop from Farragut North, with a new station opening at DuPont Circle. In June of that year, DC's second Metro line was launched, with service beginning on the Blue Line. Starting from a new stop at Stadium Armory, the line traveled west into Virginia, servicing 17 new stations to National Airport. The Blue Line interchanged with the Red Line at Metro Center, the first such interchange on the network. The Red Line was extended in February 1978, with 3 new stations opening north to Silver Spring. In November, Washington's third Metro line began service, with trains beginning on the Orange Line. Service followed the Blue Line from National Airport to Stadium Armory, before branching off to service 5 new stops to New Carrollton in Maryland. At the same time, trains traveling west to National Airport on the Blue Line were also extended to start at New Carrollton, with the Blue and Orange lines each operating in one direction only. In August 1979, the Red Line station at Brookland was renamed to Brookland CUA, reflecting the nearby Catholic University of America. In December of that year, the Orange Line was extended west from Rosslyn, with 4 new stations opening to Ballston. With this change, Orange Line trains no longer traveled south to National Airport, while Blue Line trains were cut back to start at Stadium Armory. An eastward extension of the Blue Line opened in November 1980, with 3 new stations taking the line to Addison Road. Service on the Blue and Orange lines were revised again in September 1981 in order to allow longer trains to operate on the busiest branches of the system. Orange Line trains operated eastbound from National Airport to New Carrollton, while westbound Orange Line trains ran from Addison Road to Ballston. Blue Line trains followed the opposite pattern, with eastbound trains running from Ballston to Addison Road, and westbound trains running from New Carrollton to National Airport. In December, the Red Line was extended north from DuPont Circle, with 3 new stations opening to Van Ness UDC. A 4th line was added to the system in April 1983, with the Yellow Line beginning service. The line serviced a new stop at Archives, along with interchanging with existing stations on the Blue, Orange, and Red lines. In December, service was revised once again on the Blue and Orange lines, with Blue Line trains now running both ways from National Airport to Addison Road, and Orange Line trains running both ways from New Carrollton to Ballston. Later that month, the Yellow Line was extended south by an additional 4 stops, with trains traveling to the present terminus at Huntington. Red Line service was extended further north in August 1984, with 5 new stations opening to Grosvenor. In December, 4 more stations were opened, taking the line to its present terminus at Shady Grove. On the Orange Line, the station at Virginia Square was renamed in July 1985, now being referred to as Virginia Square GMU. In June 1986, an extension was also opened on the west end of the Orange Line, with 4 new stations opening to the present terminus at Vienna. In March 1989, 2 stations on the Yellow Line were renamed in order to raise awareness for nearby landmarks. At the interchange with the Red Line, Gallery Place was renamed to Gallery Place Chinatown, while one stop south, Archives was renamed to Archives Navy Memorial. In May, the Red Line station at Tenleytown was also renamed, reflecting the nearby presence of American University. Red Line service was extended north from Silver Spring in September 1990, with 2 new stations opening to Wheaton. These 2 stops are among the deepest on the network, with one being accessible only by elevator, and the other serviced by the longest escalator in North America. 3 stations were added to the Yellow Line in May 1991, with the line being extended north from Gallery Place Chinatown to U Street Cardozo. In June, Blue Line service was also extended further west into Virginia. Trains followed the Yellow Line to King Street, before branching off to a new stop at Van Dorn Street. Washington's 5th Metro Line began service in December 1991, with 3 new stations opening on the Green Line. Starting from a new stop at Anacostia, the line traveled north, following the Yellow Line north to U Street Cardozo. At the same time, Yellow Line service was cut back to Mount Vernon Square. A second independent section of the Green Line opened in December 1993, with trains traveling east from Fort Totten Station on the Red Line. 4 new stations were opened east to Greenbelt as part of this expansion. In December 1995, the Orange Line station at Ballston was renamed to Ballston MU, reflecting the nearby Marymount University. A new branch of the Green Line launched in 1997, providing a direct route for commuters into the downtown area. Starting in January, rush hour trains from Greenbelt would continue onto the Red Line, traveling as far as Farragut North Station. These trains bypass Fort Totten Station, eliminating the need to transfer to the Red Line at that stop. In June of that year, a one-stop extension of the Blue Line opened in Virginia, bringing trains to the present terminus at Franconia Springfield. In July 1998, a final one-stop extension of the Red Line opened, taking the line from Wheaton to its present terminus at Glenmont. At the same time, Waterfront Station on the Green Line was renamed to Waterfront SEU, referring to the nearby Southeastern University. In Virginia, the Orange Line station at Dunloring was renamed to Dunloring Merrifield, while the neighboring stop at West Falls Church now referenced the nearby campus of Virginia Tech and the University of Virginia. Station renamings in Virginia continued into March 1999, with the station at Vienna being expanded to Vienna Fairfax GMU. On the Green Line, the station name for U Street Cardozo Station was expanded, referencing the nearby African American Civil War Memorial. In May, the Red Line station at Woodley Park Zoo was also expanded, referencing the Adams Morgan neighborhood near the stop. The 2 segments of the Green Line were finally joined in September of that year, with 2 new stations opening at Columbia Heights and Georgia Avenue Petworth. With this change, rush hour service from Greenbelt to Farragut North on the Green Line was discontinued, with regular service now offering a direct route into downtown. In March 2000, 2 stations on the network were renamed, further clarifying their locations. The eastern terminus of the Blue Line was renamed to Addison Road Seat Pleasant, while the northern terminus of the Yellow Line was renamed to Mount Vernon Square 7th Street Convention Center. An extension of the Green Line opened in January 2001, with 5 new stations opening at the south end to Branch Avenue. In November of that year, the Blue and Yellow Line station at National Airport was renamed after Ronald Reagan, harmonizing its name with the airport. In November 2004, an infill station was opened on the Red Line at New York Avenue, Florida Avenue, Gallaudet University. In December of that year, a 2-stop extension of the Blue Line also opened in Maryland, taking the line to its present terminus at Largo Town Center. At the same time, the Green and Yellow Line stations at Archive Navy Memorial was renamed to Archives Navy Memorial Penn Quarter. On the Red Line, Rhode Island Avenue Station was renamed to Rhode Island Avenue, Brentwood, reflecting the neighborhood which the station is located. Station renamings on the Red Line continued into February 2005, when the Grosvenor Station was renamed to Grosvenor Strathmore. In December 2006, the Yellow Line was extended further north, following the Green Line to Fort Totten. In November 2011, station names across the network were simplified in order to improve wayfinding on the system. 11 stations with longer names were shortened, with nearby landmarks being moved to the subtitle on the station signage. Additionally, the Green Line station at Navy Yard now referenced the nearby Nationals ballpark, while the Blue and Yellow Line station at King Street had Old Town added to the name. In June 2012, 3 new rush hour branches were added to the network in order to reduce crowding and provide new transfer-free routes. On the Orange Line, limited trains were extended from Stadium Armory to Largo Town Center, servicing Blue Line stations along the stretch. On the Yellow Line, rush hour service followed the Green Line from Fort Totten to Greenbelt, while at the opposite end, some rush hour trains followed the Blue Line from King Street Old Town to Franconia Springfield. Washington's 6th Metro Line launched in July 2014, with service beginning on the Silver Line. Starting from Largo Town Center on the Blue Line, the route traveled through downtown and into Virginia, following the Orange Line to East Falls Church. From there, the route traveled north to Wheelie, Reston East, servicing 5 new stations. In August of that year, a new bus rapid transit route was also launched in Virginia, with Metroway buses servicing dedicated lanes and 4 enhanced stations on Richmond Highway. Metroway was extended in April 2016, with an additional 3 enhanced stations opening through Arlington. In June 2017, budget cuts saw the end of rush hour extensions on the Yellow Line, with trains no longer servicing Franconia Springfield or Greenbelt. Finally, in May 2019, Yellow Line trains were extended back to Greenbelt, with trains now servicing the station at all times. This brings us to the Washington, D.C. Metro map that we know today. In the years to come, more extensions are planned for the DC Metro network, which will see new lines and stations open in Virginia and Maryland. In February 2022, a 6-station extension of the Silver Line will open, taking the line to Dulles Airport in Ashburn. At the same time, the Silver Line station at Tyson's Corner will be renamed to Tyson's, while the Green and Yellow Line station at Prince George's Plaza will become Hyattsville Crossing. Later that spring, an infill station is expected to open on the Blue and Yellow Line at Potomac Yard, servicing new developments in the area. In December, the first stage of the Purple Light Rail line will open in Maryland, servicing 4 new stations between New Carrollton and College Park, University of Maryland. Finally, in spring 2023, the remainder of the Purple Line will be completed, with 13 additional stations taking the line to Bethesda. That was the evolution of Washington, D.C.'s metro network, giving us the 6 lines that we know today. If you haven't already, be sure to watch our video on the evolution of Washington, D.C.'s commuter rail network, which you can access by clicking the button in the top right corner. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and comment down below to join in the discussion. My name's Zach, and I'll be vanishing underground until the next one.